Hey everyone, Mary Pat here, and today I'm going to be making a card using Lawn Fawn stamps and the Tim Holtz Distress Inks for a challenge. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm going to be using the Stars set, and I've got them randomly placed, and I've got a piece of watercolor paper, and I'm just going to randomly place these using the Versamark ink on my sheet, just filling it up. And then I'm going to sprinkle my just plain white embossing powder all over it. I like to put down a really thick coat on there. I don't know why. I like it really, really heavy. And so then I'm just going to turn it over and just kind of flick off the excess. And so then I have the stars. You can kind of see it there. After I heat embossed it, I'm going to use these 3 distress inks, the blue family. And I'm going to start with the lightest color. And I'm just going to, using my tool, just kind of spread the ink around again using the lightest color. Next, I'm going to go in and go with the middle shade and just kind of randomly place, again, just swirling it around, kind of blending those colors all together with that. And then just going in with my darkest shade, that faded blue jeans, and just kind of adding some of the darkest color. Once I have those, I'm going to use my mini mister with some perfect pearls in it. So it's just water and the perfect pearls. And I'm just going to heavily spray that with water. And then I'm just going to set that aside and let that dry overnight. Next, I'm going to be using the Say Cheese stamps from Lawn Fawn. And I'm going to be using my Fisker's press there. And I'm going to just ink that up using my Hero Arts ink. That's one of my favorite inks on that. I'm just going to ink it all up, and then using the presser, I'm just going to line that up on my paper, and then firmly just press it down, and then just kind of work the sides and making sure that I get a nice clean stamped image on that. And that's pretty good there. And it looks great. So I'm going to cut that out, and then I want to cut the center out as well. So a little trick, I use my X-Acto knife, and I cut a large X going through there, and that way it's easy to get my scissors right into the center of there, and I can easily cut that out. And so there's what my frame looks like. And so I'm just kind of jumping around, as you can see from how I'm making my card. So I'm going to be making a card that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I want this beautiful green to kind of be my background. So I'm making it slightly smaller, 4 by 5 1/4, and then that will be my background. All the papers are from Doodlebug, and then that will be the background there. So next I'm using this, the orange marmalade, and I'm going to stamp using another set from Lawn Fawn. I'm not quite sure what the name is, but there's this cute little owl, You're a Hoot, maybe is the name of the stamp set. And I'm going to press that, and I'm going to cut that little cutie out. Next, on my frame, I'm going to stamp my sentiment, You're a Hoot, and again I'm using my Hero Arts dye ink, and I've got that, and that looks really good. I like that. So now my background that I stamped earlier is all done. It's all dry, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with using my press, and what I want is that center square. So I'm just kind of lining up which stars I like and that kind of stuff. That's why I made it a little bit bigger, and I am pressing that and getting the nice stamp And next, I'm just going to cut that image out. And so that's going to be fitting in to my Polaroid. I'm trying to get the paper right because kind of warped when it was drying. And so it will sit nicely in that, and I like that. Okay, I've got the little branch from my owl set, and I'm using the Distress Ink, the walnut stain. And I'm just going to stamp the branch directly on my little card there, and trying to just figure out where I'd like it. And it stamps perfectly on the background. And then my little owl is going to sit right up on top of that. So just trying to put it together and with the frame. And then he's going to come slightly above the frame. And since he's slightly above the frame, I'm going to put a little cloud in and that I die cut. And I'm just going to add some of the Distress Ink to kind of make it flow with the background. And I'm just putting some of the lighter and the darker shades in there, just getting it there, and I like that. And I'm going to put that kind of like off to the side so that it's on the background and then extending off the Polaroid there. So now it's time to glue everything down, and I use my ATG gun, and I'm just kind of putting that all on the sides. And then I am going to put that and line that up so that I have the center just right. And that looks good.
I'm making a video, babe.
So now going back to my little owl, I'm going to add
If you're
I like
silent,
dimension
come down.
on my cards. And so I'm going to take my little owl and use some little foam dots and put those on there so that he's kind of coming out of the frame. And then I'm going to do the same to the little cloud. And again, I'm just going to put 3 little pop dots on there. And there it is. That looks great. So now it's time to adhere the base onto my card. And again, I just use that ATG and line that up so that it has like a nice white border around the edge. And that looks good. Now, I want to tie in the orange since my owl is orange. So I found this great ribbon from May Arts in my stash, and I'm just going to tie the ribbon at the top just to add some fun and to tie all the colors together. And I'm not a good bow tire, so I just kind of tie it in a knot. And I like it. And that's how it turned out. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the card, and I will be back soon. Don't forget to check out my blog, Sealed with a Kiss, and thanks a lot for stopping by. See ya. Bye.